Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel. We are live ahead of game week 26. It's weird kind of saying not a double game week, it's just a regular game week this week. Of course there is a game tonight, that is why we are live for the deadline stream. If you didn't know, the deadline is at 6:30 tonight, so we're just making you nice and aware. Of course, if you are new to the channel as well, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, liking, getting your comments in. Of course, we'll try to answer as many as we possibly can for the few hours that we are live this afternoon. But obviously, if you're an existing subscriber, you're already an absolute legend. Just make sure you're hitting that like button. It does push it out to more people. Obviously, we absolutely smashed it out of the park last week. It was probably the most viewed live stream I think I've ever had, right? It was ridiculous. It was the most liked live stream I've ever had as well. So if we could get similar numbers to that again this week, that would make my Friday, to be honest. It would put me in a very, very good mood. Of course, there is press conferences going off right now as well, so we'll try and cover them as best as possible as well. I can already see we've got some absolute legends in the chat. Andy's in the chat, one of our channel moderators. Jessica, who is also a channel moderator and member as well, is also in the chat. So do get your questions coming in. Let me know what your dilemmas are potentially for this week. Of course, we've got the holy coin here as well. There's lots. There is lots going off. And before we start today's stream, I just want to say a massive thank you. It was the channel's anniversary yesterday, and we basically have been making FPL content for 3 years now. I never thought the channel would ever get into a position like this where, you know, I can stream regularly. It brings in, you know, a nice amount of money each month. Like, it's not game-changing, but at least it's something. And I'm pretty much getting paid to play FPL at this point and making my content and all that stuff. And you know what? I'm very, very grateful. I never thought I'd be in this position where I am today. I never thought I'd even make a second channel. It's something I've always wanted to do. And now I'm kind of living that dream, or that kind of daydreaming that I had, like, you know, a couple of years ago. So thank you very much for everybody that has made that possible. Of course, there is a big weekend coming up on the second channel. We're heading to Belgium tomorrow. We're going to be there for the Brussels derby, and we've also got a game planned on the Saturday as well. That is the pinned comment, so if you haven't checked that channel out already, make sure you do. It would be great if we could hit 2K subs over there and pretty soon. And like I said, big video planned for this this upcoming weekend. But yeah, thank you very much, Caleb. I will keep on keeping. We'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll push our stuff. We'll try our best to keep progressing. That's the aim, isn't it? That's the aim for everybody. But yeah, like I said, guys, thank you very much. 3 years. Here's to the next few, I guess, and we'll just keep seeing where this this channel takes us. So what we can do. There is also a poll going around in the chat as well for the best captain for this week. I'm interested to see which way you guys are potentially swinging on that one for game week 26. It looks like most people are still probably going to go Mohamed Salah. That's probably the route that I'm going to go with my team as well. Let me talk you through what I am actually planning right now. As you can see, we've still got the assistant manager chip active. We've got one free transfer to use. And yeah, this is kind of where I'm at the moment in terms of my team for now. If I wasn't to make any transfers, I think it's a pretty acceptable team to be lining up with this week. I think obviously the big miss would be a Bournemouth midfielder. Obviously no Cliver, who could do some serious damage. Of course Dango as well, or Semenyo could also be pretty decent options to go for within that midfield. So that's probably the area where we are struggling. Of course, it's not an ideal for our assistant manager in slot either, and I think Liverpool have looked a little bit shaky over the past few weeks. So I do think we potentially want to change that up. Now, there are a few things that I could do. I could leave the team exactly as is and just change the assistant manager to one of GLASNER or Arteta. So we'd obviously chase the table bonus with GLASNER. We would just be pretty much just hoping for a pretty convincing win for Arsenal if we were to go for Arteta. The other options that we could do is we could do Arteta in, change Ahmad to Dango. That's potentially one of the other options I could go for. The reason I want to do that and take the -4 is because it gives me another player that does feature in blank game week 29. My plan is not to free hit in that game week, so I do need as many players available and as possible for that game week. So that is something that I am potentially considering. Or my other option is we go slot to GLASNER, and then we go Ahmad to Cliver, and obviously play Cliver. Again, would require me for a -4, though, to do that. So, yeah, it's one of those. I just think the -4, we're going to have to take it at some point with us not free hitting in 29. It's just a case of Do we take it this week where we've got the assistant manager chip active and it potentially could cover it off? Or do we take it in blank game week 29 when more people are probably going to be, you know, looking at minuses and stuff like that? So, yeah, there's kind of my thoughts at the moment. But let me know which way you guys would swing on that. I can see we've got some comments coming in as well. So let's start answering some of those. Mikulenkovic, Robinson and Munoz, which two would you start? I would go... Ooh, I think I'd probably go Munoz and... Oh, what would I go? Robinson. Home fixture. You know what? I'd probably go Robinson and Mikulenkovic. It's hard. Honestly, you could end up with somebody getting points on your bench. George is in the chat as well, one of our channel members and moderators as well. Hope you're doing good, buddy. He says, Assman, Ollie Glasner. We'll see what happens. Gone slot to McKenna and Rogers to Mbeumo. What do you reckon? I don't mind Mbeumo, but I'm not 100% sure on McKenna. You know, he could do something against Spurs, but I don't know. I don't see it personally. I'm thinking about going Kluivert captain. I don't think that's necessarily the play for me personally. I think it is just to stick with Salah. What do you think? What do you do if you haven't played the assistant manager chip? If you haven't played it yet, there's probably going to be another window 31 to 33 where you could use it. Or you could use it 36 to 38. They're probably the next 2 weeks that you're going to be able to use it. Thanks for the advice. No worries, bro. Anytime. I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing pretty decent, George. I can't complain. Like I said at the start of the stream, 3 years of making content and stuff like that. So yeah, happy days, I guess. Obviously, big weekend coming up on the second channel as well, so make sure you are checking that channel out as well. Best manager this week. Yeah, we've got the 11-ify stuff for that one. Not the 11-ify stuff. The Rob T FPL stuff. So here it is. The top manager for this week, according to those points, is going to be Mikel Arteta. Second is going to be Glasner and Van Nistelrooy. And then obviously someone's already mentioned potentially McKenna. It is all down to that table bonus, isn't it, really? So yeah, there's another potential option if you were going to do that. Thought you were going to say 3 years sober then. Bro, no. I've not had a drink in a while, though. I don't like drink. It's just something I've never really been into big, like drinking or whatever. But yeah, now I'm just not even drinking at all, pretty much. Hey Tom, I'm chasing rank. Is it worth going Mbeumo captain? He usually doesn't. This is the thing. When Brentford play their more aggressive formation, he's usually not the benefactor. It's actually usually Sharda or Visser that usually end up with the points, and he ends up, you know, dropping back a little bit further. The best time to wildcard Ethan is probably going to be between, I would say, game week 30 to 31, or if you wanted to play it in 35. They're probably going to be your 2 points where you're going to do it. Best Gakpo replacements, I really like Cunha. I think he could be a great shout for this. Obviously, Visser's not a bad shout either. Yeah, they're probably my top two, I would say. Trying to think if there's another one kicking about that I'd be interested in, but yeah, they're probably going to be the two. Mark has said, I'm thinking of doing slot to Glasner and Rogers to a Bournemouth midfielder. Don't mind it. Don't mind that at all. Oh, and Wood or Raul to start. I would probably go Chris Wood. He's scored a hat-trick against Newcastle before. Former club. Yeah, all that good stuff. No worries, Ethan, bro. Anytime. I went with McKenna. It's last day of Assman. Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are doing that. Maybe if you've gone like me, you've played it sensible throughout, you are now looking for like a little bit more of a risky pick, then yeah, I get it. I get why people are looking at, you know, potentially chasing that table bonus, because we've seen how prolific it can be and stuff like that. We have seen it. I'm going to go with Uric. Is that the Southampton one? I mean, this is the thing. I think realistically, Southampton could accidentally roll Brighton. It would be such a Brighton result, wouldn't it? If they were to go that way. They really, really could. Coin toss, Palmer or Rogers? Yeah, man, we can do that. Make sure you are liking today's stream, guys. It does push it out to more people, and that is exactly what we want with this stream. So, heads is going to be for Palmer. Tails is going to be for Rogers, okay? It's landed on tails. There you go. George has sent his team across. He's got Pickford, Trent, Gabriel, Munoz, Dango, Palmer, Salah, Gordon, Isak, Visser, João Pedro, Assman on Glasner as well. One free transfer. Want to move Gordon, but don't know who to. Could go Brian and Buemo. I know that's obviously an interesting one. You could also maybe take a gamble on like an Arsenal mid or something like that. But yeah, I think you're probably maybe better just potentially rolling, to be honest, George, mate. I think your team's pretty decent. Maybe just roll, start building up some transfers into 29. Like, I don't think Gordon's like necessarily like a takeout player. I mean, Brian Mbeumo is probably going to be the one that you would want for him. But other than that, I think you could potentially roll. Would you do slot to Glasner for a -4? Ooh. I don't know if I would, you know. I don't know if I would. I'm thinking about it, but it requires, like, obviously, like, a transfer in that helps me further down the line. So if it gets you a player in for blank game week 29 and you're not planning on free hitting that week, then maybe, yeah. Yeah, Brighton they've got some strange results this season, so definitely, you know, he could be one that could go under the radar. I will be doing team ratings on Twitter as always, so if you do want to get your team sent over to me on Twitter, at FPLTom_, leave it under one of my most recent tweets, and we'll get round to it as well. Got Hoyson, Rodgers, Anderson on the bench too. Oh, it's a pretty stacked bench as well, mate. Yeah, I think you could easily roll this week, George. What about Rodgers to Bowen? I don't hate it, but I don't also like it. I'm just not convinced with West Ham at the moment. They're obviously in a transition period under their new manager. I don't think I'd probably go near them at the moment. Fancy a City win. Salah missing out this week. Going to captain Clive at Bournemouth. Fair enough for you, Douglas. I still probably would stick with Mohamed Salah as captain. I think most people will as well. Just purely down to the fact that I think he's just an easy captain, isn't he? Stick with the pack and hope that your other players pull you through is probably going to be my advice if you're at a decent rank. Timber in for Hall. Not enough funds for Saliba or Gabriel. Don't mind it. Yeah, probably would. Bench Palmer or Wood. Oh, I mean, Palmer and Chelsea are struggling, right? They are struggling. Surely there's got to be somebody else that you maybe would consider benching. Surely there's got to be someone else. Let me know who else you could potentially bench for Palmer or Wood there. Hey, Jessica. Hope you're doing well. Tell me what to do with my team. I will try and help you out, Jessica. Don't you worry. Raya, Gabriel, Munoz, Kirkes, Salah, Palmer, and Buemo, Clivert, Wood, Isak, Ivissa. Good team. Very good team heading into this week. Double Arsenal defence I think could be really good for you heading into this week. Rodgers and Trent on the bench. Am I missing something? Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, Trent has produced like a moment of magic at the weekend. And the positions, I mean, midweek. And some of the positions he was getting into could have got himself a mega haul. So, yeah. Cool, thank you for sending your team on X. Yeah, like I said, we'll get a good batch of those in, and then we'll start doing some reviews a little bit later on. Make sure you are liking today's stream, guys. Like I said, it does push it out to more people. Gets more people in the stream, and that's exactly what we want. I also have all my days. Yeah, I see your problem. I see your problem, bro. I do see your problem now, James. I think then, yeah, I would. Oh my god. I bench Palmer. He's not in form, is he, at the moment? Let's bench Palmer, but that's a toughie. It could end up with an egg on your face. Is Nawari in for Rodgers a good move? I don't mind it. Yeah, I think that's an alright move. What about Mateta to Cunha, fan from Nepal? Well, it's great to see you, man. Yeah, I like Cunha. I think he's got a great fixture in the blank game week 29 that a lot of people are going to be drooling over. And I think he is my top replacement for Gakpo as well, if you were to go for him. Andy's in the chat as well. Hope you're doing good, bro. Great to see you back in the stream. Do you keep your questions coming in? For those that have just joined, I am having a little bit of a dilemma myself. Someone asked me a few questions ago what I'm actually planning on doing with my team. The thought process is either we are going to roll, take a transfer into next week and leave slot. We could do slot to Arteta. We could then start looking at minuses. So we could do slot to Arteta, Ahmad to Dango for a -4, drop Rodgers. Or we could do slot to Glasner and then Kluivert to Ahmad for a -4. But I'm unsure at the moment which way to potentially go for it. The reason I want to do that -4 is because I need the players for blank game week 29. I did see them. I can't remember what I put. I can't remember if I replied or not. Maybe put them in again, mate, and I'll try and have a look. Bench 1, Palmer's Rodgers, Palmer, Cunha. I've got a headache from this, but for now I have Palmer on the bench. I think I would probably play Palmer ahead of Rodgers, purely down to penalty appeal. That is the only reason I would do it. Like, I know Chelsea are looking absolutely garbage at the moment, aren't they? They really, really are. What was the score in the reverse of that game? I'm just going to have a quick look on my phone, but it'd be interesting to see what the reverse was. If Palmer had if Rodgers had a decent game, I might just make that manager switch. Let's have a look. Head-to-head, it was a 3-0 win for Chelsea. Jackson, Fernandez, and Palmer scored. Palmer got himself an assist and a goal in a 3-0 win over Aston Villa earlier in the season. AM Glasner, I am thinking about it. Maybe chasing a little bit of table bonus. Jamie's in the chat. He says, let's go. What's up, everybody? Slap that like button. Yeah, you've got the right idea. Usually when we get to 100 likes on one of these streams, we do something pretty wild. So we'll probably do something again. Sell Bruno for Mbuemo or Jackson to Visser, given I have an Everton defender. I mean, it doesn't matter. I probably would be more tempted with the Jackson to Visser move. Oh, bro, that stinks. Palmer or Kluivert, who to bench? Oh, I feel like a lot of people could be benching Palmer this week, which genuinely could go one of two ways. What's his numbers been looking like recently? What's he been putting up? 3-4, 7-1, 2-1, 4-1. They're not great. They're not great numbers. They are not great numbers. But it's kind of similarish to what he's been putting up most of the season. But you're still going to be benching a player who has 0.78 projected goal involvements per 90, by the way. Like, that is ridiculous for any player. Like, I know it's dropped off a little bit, but still, 0.78 projections per 90 is absolutely phenomenal. Considering this guy plays 90 most weeks as well, to maintain that throughout the season suggests that he's still in a really good player, and maybe he's just going through a bit of a bad patch at the moment. But the data's definitely still there. In terms of Kluivert, 0.6, it is a big drop-off. Just about better, but nothing like, I'd say, crazy numbers. Nothing I would say like is absolutely wild where I'd be like, yeah, okay, right. Yeah, I need to bench one of the two. I think I probably would start Palmer, you know, ahead of him. I probably would. Probably would start Palmer ahead of him. I guess there's no strikers, is there, though, for Chelsea? That's a very valid point, Duncan. I don't think I'd sell him, though. Not with the next two fixtures in hand coming up for Palmer. Don't think I'd sell him at that point. Cheers, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you for everybody that is dropping the likes on the stream. It is massively appreciated. Like I said, it does push it out to more people. That's exactly what we are, of course, looking for on today's stream. Of course, get your votes in on the poll as well. And if you want to head over to my second channel, there's a big weekend coming up. We're heading to Belgium tomorrow. And yeah, it's going to be absolutely wild. We're heading out for the Brussels derby. So, of course, if you do enjoy like the kind of football away day style, make sure you're checking that channel out as well. What transfers am I doing? I'm a little bit unsure, mate. There's quite a few moves I could be making this week. Could be a potential -4 in hand. We could roll. But I think the most probable outcomes are going to be slot to Arteta and Ahmad to Kluivert for a -4. Or we do slot to Glasner and then get... slot to Glasner, get Ahmad to Kluivert, or Arteta to... slot to Arteta would then leave me Ahmad to Dango, sorry. yeah, I think if I had Emery, I would be keeping him. I agree. I agree, Jamie. I think if I had Emery, I would probably keep him. So shame he's not getting table bonus, but yeah, I probably would keep him. I'd take Gakpo out, mate. Hope you're feeling a bit better after this morning. Probably a little bit of a rough head, but yeah, I would probably take out Gakpo and put in Cunha. Would probably be my #1 replacement, mate. I guess it depends how like risk adverse you are feeling, Andy. To be honest, if you think like yeah, going for Glasner is going to be the move, then go for it. Go for it. I would go Trent, and I think Everton's clean sheet numbers aren't bad, so I probably would go Mikalenko. You could also go Robinson. I probably would either go Trent Robinson or Trent Mikalenko. No, I'm not. I'm not Belgium. We're just heading out to Belgium for the Brussels derby. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good fun. Like I said, all on the second channel. Start Munoz or Robinson. If I had Robinson, I probably would play him ahead of Munoz. Just back the home team a little bit. Watkins to Maramouche. Ooh. I think Maramouche looks better when Haaland's up front with him. And obviously with Haaland being a bit of a doubt for the weekend, I don't know if I'd go for it. I think for a -4, it's a tough one, mate. It is a tough one. I probably would just keep Slot if I was going to get rid of Gakpo and bring in Cunha. I think I probably would. Beto a good choice. I don't mind Everton's next 4 fixtures. We covered it in the transfer targets video earlier this week, and I did say I don't mind Beto as a cheap option for the next 4 weeks up until your wildcard, probably in game week 30. Who is the best captain in game week 29 other than Haaland? Cunha's a big shout, and that's probably why I'm quite bullish on him. They've got Southampton. He is an absolute points magnet, a BPS magnet as well. So yeah, that's probably the way that I'd lean on that one. Obviously, Haaland's pretty decent. Can't go wrong there. What are the other fixtures looking like in 29? You guys see that? Yeah, you can. So we've got Arsenal with Chelsea. I mean, Bournemouth players could be decent shout. A Bruno potentially. A Chris Wood might be a really good shout for captaincy in 29. Yeah, Chris Wood could be a decent one. But yeah, like I said, Chris Wood or Cunha could be great shouts heading into 29. They could be really good pickups. Like I said, especially if you're not planning on free hitting in 29, those two could be really good players to go for. I don't think Thomas Frank is a good AM pick. I think there's better options. Brentford or Fulham defence long term. I would prefer the Fulham defence. Brentford are one of the worst teams for XG conceded this season. I would start Isak and probably Beto over João Pedro. Yeah, I saw the Evan Nielsen thing and I was a little bit put off with Dango now. I was a little bit put off with Dango. With Evan Nielsen close to returning. It has maybe cooled my interest in Dango. Let's put it that way. Would you rather, especially with we've got an international break next month as well, so there's a few weeks off. There's FA Cup next week as well. I am starting to cool a little bit on it. Would you rather keep Watkins this week or get in Maramouche? Just know if he's worth a hit. I do like Maramouche, but I don't think he's going to be worth the hit this week. Not for me personally. I chase table bonus, and what are you thinking of Mbeumo captain? I'm not a big fan of Mbeumo captain, but if you're just chasing purely table bonus, go for it, my dude. Enjoy it. Hope it works out for you. AM for the next 2 weeks. Currently have Slot. I You're probably looking at people who've got table bonus then for the next 2 weeks. So you've got Glasner this week with a potential table bonus. McKenna. Or you could just go Arteta if you want somebody secure for the next 2. Louis Parker has gone for Cunha. What a lad. Big shout out to you, mate. Enjoy that. Hopefully that works out the best for you. I think it will. And if it doesn't, just blame me. Just blame me, bro. Start 2 of Rodgers, Palmer and Wood. I probably would go Palmer and Wood. Those 2 are penalty takers. I think that is probably where my mind would be at. I know Chelsea have been pretty poor recently. And you might be thinking to yourself, yep, you know, I fancy, you know, Aston Villa to do well. But I think all it takes is 1 penalty decision. And that's a goal for Palmer. Easy like that. Same with Chris Wood as well. Penalties are one of the big things that I look for. Nah, Cunha is good. I think I'm going to try and find a way to get him in 29, but I think he could be one of the players that I go without. And I think he could be a big miss if I can't get to him. Yeah, I think he could be probably worth it next week. I think they look better when it's a 2 up top with Haaland and Marmoush. Oh, Wolves and West Ham. I didn't think these... Sorry, mate. There's quite a few questions kicking off. Wolves and West Ham. So, West Ham really aren't fancied on this list, to be honest. Where is he? I can't even see Potter. Bottom for AM points this week. Like, the bookmakers really, really don't fancy like them to do well. A 9% chance of a win. I think you might as well stack the wins in your favour. So if you were to go for any of them there, probably the Wolves manager with a 19% chance of a win is probably going to be the better one. I think the Southampton one could also be a decent option if you're quite risk adverse. 18%. Brentford have got a pretty poor away record as well this season. So Van Nistelrooy could also be a decent shout at 27% chance of a win as well. Would you do slot to Glasner and Rodgers, Cliver, or Roll? I probably would do those moves, yes. McKenna in, people are going for McKenna. Fair enough, if you fancy McKenna, then I don't see why not. He's not a bad option, is he? He's not a bad option. I don't always follow the bookies. Fair enough. I think 9 times out of 10, though, the bookies are going to be right on most things. They have people doing the maths and they have people literally working this stuff out because there's millions and billions on the line, isn't there? So I would say 8, 9 times out of 10, the bookies are usually right with this stuff. Of course, there are occasions where they get it wrong. That's a given. But most times out of 10, I would say the bookies are probably going to get it right, and I probably would back them. Especially when we've got FPL decisions like this. Sell Trent and Ahmad for Kirkez and Mbeumo for a -4. I don't necessarily think the Trent move is a necessary one, unless obviously it frees up the money for Mbeumo. But I don't know if I'd probably do those moves for a -4. Can I change assistant manager slot to Glasner for a -4? Who is the other player that you brought in for that minus? Like, what move is that allowing you to do? Team ratings, probably going to be around, I reckon, maybe like 3, half 3. We'll get a good batch of those in. I probably, out of those lot, would be tempted to either bench... Ooh... I mean, it probably is going to come down to somebody like a Nawari. Yeah, it probably is going to be like a Nawari, you know. Like, I know he's got a great fixture and whatever, and he's looked really good, but everybody else there, like, you've got on that list is a penalty taker. So, yeah, he would rank bottom for me out of that. Yeah, I guess there's a certain point of that. Like, I get what you're saying there, Jamie. But at the same time, they still do their due diligence. And Thingy's odds is not from the bookmakers themselves. It's from the spread betting markets, which is a lot more peer-to-peer based rather than, obviously, the bookmakers based. So his are going to be more peer-to-peer based, so it's going to look a little bit better. Chowdhury needs to go and need to wait till the wild card to get him back. Yeah, Chowdhury's a bad one, isn't he? Thoughts on the UCL draw? Villa have a chance. Villa have a great chance to progress, don't they? I'm just trying to think what the other fixtures were. It's decent. It's tasty. It is tasty. I like it. Rodgers, keep or sell. I probably would start to look to move away from Morgan Rodgers within the next few weeks. Of course, we've got the blank coming up for Aston Villa. The fixtures get a little bit more difficult. Champions League football on the horizon. So, yeah, he's definitely going to be a player I would be recommending you start to shift away from in the next few weeks. Any Alisson replacements? Probably wouldn't look at any goalkeeper replacements for me. He's playing. Leave him as is. Yeah, I think if I had Emery, I probably would keep him this week. I really, really do think I would keep Emery this week. I think keeping Emery's a perfectly valid and fair shout. Something that you can do. Yeah, we'll look at my score predictions in a second. We've got all those down. I imagine George is probably somewhere still in the chat as well, so he can note them down for the Discord. If one of the channel moderators wants to put the Discord link in the chat as well, that would be appreciated. Villa midweek hangover this week again, potentially. I probably would prefer Gabriel and Mbeumo rather than Nawari. Yeah, I'm going to try and keep Salah and Isak through game week 29. There's just too much value built into both of them, especially when I look to wildcard. So yeah, I'm probably going to keep those. The players that I will be looking to get rid of will be like Trent, Hall, Munoz. That I don't have too much value built in, so I don't have to worry too much about them. But yeah, I'm probably going to look to keep Isak and Salah within the team, just because we've got so much budget built into them. Right, let's have a look then at my predictions heading into this week. So tonight's game, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Brentford. We're going to go for a 1-0 win for Everton over Manchester United. A 2-0 win for Arsenal over West Ham. Big juicy 3-1 for Bournemouth over Wolves. 1-1 between Fulham and Crystal Palace. A 2-1 win for Spurs over Ipswich. 2-1 win for Southampton over Brighton. So if anybody is feeling that table bonus, maybe Southampton could be one of those teams. A 2-1 win for Villa over Chelsea. So again, I am feeling quite bullish on Villa at the moment. And I think, Emery, if you've got him, probably would keep him. A 1-1 between Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. And then we're going to go for a 2-2 between Manchester City and Liverpool this week. Let me know what you think of my predictions there. Let me know what you think of the predictions. Any that you disagree with wildly and you think, Tom, they are absolutely stupid. Louis said Fulham beat Palace. Fulham are in really, really decent form, aren't they? They are in decent form. Who to captain between Clivert or Dango? Really torn between them. I would go for Clivert just for purely penalty appeal if I was to captain either of them. You have beautiful handwriting. Why, thank you, my friend. I scribbled them out themselves. Diabolical predictions there, it says Jay. Cheers, mate. People are pretty adamant on Fulham beating Palace. Ipswich to win 2-1, says Max. Fair enough. Chelsea 3-0, says the man, the myth, the legend. I don't know if I could see that one. Thank you for being a new subscriber, Anton. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much. We've got over 100 people in the stream already today, guys. You guys are smashing it, and I really appreciate everybody that's in here. Make sure you are liking all that stuff. We're closing in on 50 likes. It'd be absolutely incredible if we could hit that milestone pretty soon as well. There is a big weekend coming up on the second channel. We're heading out to Belgium. We're going to see the Brussels derby. So if you do want to, obviously, check out the second channel. If you enjoy what you see from me, hit the pinned comment. It'll take you to the channel. There's already so many good videos on there already when we went to Sweden. Loads of other places. Make sure to go and check that out. We're trying to hit 2K subs over on there pretty soon as well. So, yeah, make sure you're checking that channel out as well. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what people are saying. Who is the best manager? We're getting a lot of questions about the manager this week. I think for me, you know, the easy and the safe option is going to be Arteta. The big boy options are going to be like your Glasners, your Southampton managers, your Wolves managers. They're going to be the ones that are going to be the tasty options this week. Who to captain? If not Salah, probably my favourites are on the list already here. And Mbeumo, Isak, or potentially maybe look at somebody else. But yeah, they're probably my ones. I'm thinking of a Welbeck punt to target Southampton, but this prediction of yours, honestly, when it comes true, I'm gonna come for you, Jay. I'm doing you in. McKenna as well. Someone said. When do we find out about who doubles in 33? It will probably be after the FA Cup fixtures next week. We'll start to get a better idea of which teams are progressing, where those potential doubles are going to go as well. We might not find out till probably game week 31 though. So do just make sure when you are building your team for 29, make sure the players have pretty decent fixtures for 30 as well. Need a good cover differential midfielder to cover until wildcard 30. Who do you think, if not Dango? Got Mbeumo and Clive already. I like Dango. I can't lie. I think he's a decent option. In terms of other cover midfielders, there's not too many. I think that you're probably going to be looking at elsewhere. So yeah, it probably would be either like Dango, maybe a gamble on like a Bruno Fernandes if you've got the money to stretch that far. But again, I probably would prefer Dango over him. Hall to Hoyson I like. I'm not a big fan of Matoma. I think the following two fixtures for Brighton are going to be a lot more difficult than people think. However, he has just been ticking along, going under the radar, so I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Slot is maybe a -4 then could be on the cards, Jessica. Maybe a -4 is going to be on the cards. Maramouche to Gakpo. I don't think it's going to be the ideal point for the hop on for Maramouche. I reckon probably the better period for Maramouche is going to be post-Liverpool, but you never know. Still could work out in your favour. By the show, my Chardonnay. Boom, boom. Do 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 do. Boom. Trent scored. YouTubers said Trent is the next best pick for Liverpool after Salah for double game weeks. And it's actually true now. Double game week, clean sheet. And then double game week, 1 clean sheet and 1 goal. Yep. We called it. We knew. We knew all along. Bench Visser or Wood? Oh. Maybe Wood. Oh my God, that is so tough. Surely there's got to be somebody else you can bench there. Fair, yeah. Then go for Matoma if you want to maybe try and find that differential. Do you think Haaland will play? Pep wasn't too forthcoming around his comments about Haaland, so I'm not 100% sure. I would start Cunha ahead of Rodgers, and I would start Trent ahead of Robinson. What changes would I make to this team? Depends if you're planning on not using your free hit in 29. If you're not, probably want to start looking to build up some transfers and maybe start to get rid of the likes of Gordon, Rodgers over the next few weeks. That's my advice on that one. Coin toss for Trent and Aina. We can do that for you, bro. Heads is going to be Trent. Tails is going to be Aina, okay? It's tails. Salah, Palmer, and Mbeumo, Dango, Cliver, bench one and bring in Visser or play the 5 in mid. Probably going to be Dango out of all of them. You're going to probably bench there to get in Visser. That's my opinion anyway. I use the free hit. Yeah, you definitely want to start to look to players that are going to be playing in 29 then. Just want to say a massive thank you to you guys as well for helping the channel hit 12k subs the other day. Really, really appreciate that. We're absolutely flying at the moment. Of course, the big aim for the end of the season is 12,500 subscribers. Of course, if you want to help me hit that amazing milestone, it would be massively appreciated if you could hit that, subscribe button, like button, all that stuff. Like I said, massively appreciate everybody. Yeah. Shout out to you guys. Gakpo to Vissa or Cunha. I would prefer Cunha just because I think he could be a great captaincy shout in 29. Emery and Gakpo to Glasner and Cunha for a -4. I probably would do that. I think I'd do that for the -4, yeah. If you were to bench one, who would you bench between Rodgers, Kluivert, Wood or Isak? Probably Rodgers. The other three take penalties. One free transfer, remove Slot from Glasner and take a hit to remove Aina for Munoz. Don't think I'd do that, especially like I said with Palace blanking in 29. Slot to Glasner or Ahmad to Dango for free. Again, depends when you're going to be free hitting. I would probably be more tempted with the Slot to Glasner. It's the last week. Chase that table bonus. Have a little bit of fun with it. That's probably the way I'd go with that one. Mikolenko or Hall. I would rather play Mikolenko, I think. Rodgers to Kluivert or Gordon to Mbeumo. Kluivert. I do like Mbeumo though. I think that's a tight call. Do keep sending your tweets in to me, guys. I'm just having a look, see if there's been any updates in terms of team news that I potentially missed. Let's have a look. Eze is ready to go in game week 26, says Glasner. Decore back from suspension. Everton have got quite a lot of players injured here. Strand Larson will be back to training as well. Okay. Nothing kind of major though. This is obviously the big one from earlier. There is not Hill. He mentioned Evan Nielsen in one of his press conferences. He said that Evan Nielsen is closing in on a return, which is kind of a little bit of a shock. It's not something we were expecting. At least not for a few more weeks. Yeah, I agree, Louis, mate. Genuinely agree. The fact that it takes points away from you, eats into your budget, is just stupid. I think he'll get dropped out of the game next year, personally. Glasner does make sense. Yeah, he does make sense. Benfica to win the Champions League? Probably not going to happen, mate. Rodgers to Dango? Don't mind it. Yep. Slot to McKenna for a -4. Maybe. What was the result earlier in the season when Ipswich played Spurs? Let's have a look. Ipswich versus Spurs. It was a 2-1 win. Ayo. What the? I didn't know this. I mean, Ipswich's last Premier League win was December. It was December. It was a long time ago. But you never know. No, the deadline is not till 6:30 UK time. So you got ages. Absolutely ages. Yeah. I get why people are maybe looking at McKenna now. Okay, well he throws another one into the mix, doesn't he? We potentially could have McKenna in here. Maybe we do a new poll. We'll do a new poll. Let's get a new poll going. See which way you guys are potentially swinging on this one. Let's end that captaincy poll. I think it's pretty obvious which way people are going to go with the captaincy. So let's end that one. Let's go best ass man. So we've got GLASNER, McKenna, Arteta. How do you spell his name? Arteta. Yeah, I was spelling it right. Right, there we go. I put the poll up. So, get your votes in for the best ass man for game week 26. Sorry, I'm really interested to see which way you guys are potentially leaning on that one. So, we've got GLASNER, McKenna, Arteta, and I put other. And if you are going for other, let me know who you are putting down as that other potential assistant manager for this week. I'm really interested to see which way you guys go. Guardiola, I don't think he can get table bonus if I'm not mistaken now. Would you take a -4 hit for Kluivert and GLASNER for Ahmad and Slot with Dango already in the team? I'm thinking about a similar thing because it puts me in a really good position for 29. But yeah, get your votes in for that one. Let me know. Yeah, City are up into 4th and obviously Liverpool first. So yeah, no table bonus there for Guardiola. So I don't think he's going to be an option. I think it probably is going to be between these ones. It's currently level between GLASNER and Arteta in terms of the ass man. Liverpool are going to win the Champions League. I hope so for your sake. I mean, Visser, the amount of opportunities this lad is getting is unbelievable. I went for other Slot. I'm not losing a transfer on him. I'm confident they will beat this weak Man City. Fair enough. Fair enough. Looks like GLASNER is going to win out. Not many people are going for McKenna, though. I thought maybe more would have, but it doesn't look that way. Thought we might potentially got a few more that went for McKenna, but doesn't seem like people are too interested in old McKenna, are they? I don't think it'll start from game week. I don't think it'll start from the start of the season again. I reckon it'll probably come in midway through because they can't realistically give out table bonus until probably like 5 game weeks in. Because imagine if like Liverpool plays City the first game week, right? They lose like 3-0, go bottom of the league. You get table bonus for everything there. Yeah, I mean the McKenna one could just be absolutely wild. And I am a little bit tempted with it now, you know. I am really, really tempted with McKenna. McKenna or GLASNER for that table bonus. I think the Arteta move for me is out. Purely because I want Kluivert rather than Dango. For the -4. So, yeah. It could be the old coin between GLASNER and McKenna. Thoughts on Sharda? Hey, look, I had him earlier this season. He's not bad for the price he is he? Definitely getting a lot more minutes, but I still probably think he ranks 3rd in terms of Brentford assets. And Buemo because of penalties. Visser because he's always a threat within that side. But yeah, Sharda's doing okay. But like I said, he probably still ranks 3rd in terms of their assets. What transfers did you make this week? I've not made any moves as of yet. We're probably going to be looking at a -4 though, I reckon. Team ratings, we'll do those at... We'll do them at 3:30. We'll get team ratings done at 3:30. That's when we'll do team ratings. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have, make sure you are liking today's stream as well. We are closing in on 50 likes, which would be absolutely incredible if we could hit that pretty soon. Would you take a -4 to... I'd actually stick with Emery. If I've got Emery, I probably would stick with him. Yeah, I think that's probably the way I'd go with that one. Yeah, Damsgaard's also a great shout. Damsgaard is also a great shout. They've got really good players, but like I said, I think it is just Visser and Mbeumo are probably going to be the two. Coin flip between Glasner and McKenna, bro. Honestly, I'm thinking about the same. I am thinking it might be a coin flip that decides our transfer in for the assistant manager this week. Could be a tasty one. Could be a tasty one. Right, let's do it then. Let's do it. Heads. Heads is going to be Glasner. Tails is going to be McKenna. All right? Tails, McKenna. Heads is Glasner. It's landed on heads, which was Glasner. So there you go. If you're asking for the coin has selected Glasner. I think it needs the coin. It does need the coin, and the coin has spoken. It has gone for Glasner as its assistant manager pick for this week. How about Howe? Yeah, Howe's not a bad shout, but no table bonus, unfortunately, so I wouldn't be really looking for him. Controversial take, keep slot. Definitely could keep slot. Definitely could. We could just roll. We really, really could. Hey, Alex. How's it going, bro? Hope you're doing well. I know you're having a pretty amazing season. I've seen you've slipped a little bit. Where are you now in terms of the ranks? Hi, I'm thinking of captaining Visser over Salah. Do I go ahead with it? I don't think I would. Not for me personally, anyway. What's Visser's ownership at? Visser is at 12%. You're already going to get huge rank boosts if he goes off nuclear. But if Salah does and you haven't got him captain, it could be the end of days. City are missing Haaland and some defenders. They are indeed. How do you see Sanchez? I have one free transfer. Should I use it? Should I get him out? Yeah, I probably would look to get him out. Keep Emery or sell. If I had Emery, I would keep him. Yeah, I'd definitely keep Emery. I don't think there's any real point in getting rid of him. It looks like we've hit 50 likes on today's stream, so thank you very, very much, guys. Your support is always appreciated on the channel. Thank you very much. Like I said, you guys are the absolute best. If we get to 100 likes, I don't know. What do you want to see today? We did a bicep pump last week. We did some dancing the week before. You know the drill. We hit 100 likes. We usually do something pretty crazy. Hey, mate, 22nd in the world is still absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Let me know what your transfer plans are for this week, Alex. It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts. Is Haaland going to play? He's a doubt for the fixture. 51 forgot to hit the like button. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, Andy. You're back in now. Is it a good option to keep slot to save the transfer? I'm thinking... this is the thing. I am thinking the same. I am thinking the same a little bit. I'm a little bit unsure at the moment which way to go with it. And usually when I'm unsure, I think sometimes the best course of action is nothing. But I don't know. Is Gakpo going to play? I think he's a doubt for the fixture. But again, they've got such a tight turnaround with Champions League football and all that as well. Obviously, there's a midweek round on Tuesday. The next deadline is on Tuesday. Then you've got the FA Cup on the weekend as well. There's so many games coming up that I don't think, it's probably going to be worth it. I would go the Mitoma route if you've already got Kluivert then. Watkins to Isak is fine, but remember that they don't have a fixture in 29 to Newcastle. Yeah, I noticed that they've started doing that. Oh, you're kind of on the same. You're on the same process as me there, Alex. We're thinking alike, my friend. We are thinking alike. I'm in very, very similar kind of thought process to you. I could go Dango for Ahmad and then obviously Arteta in, or I could go Glasner and get Kluivert. So yeah, we're in very, very similar predicaments. Jessica seems to be yellow flagged. Yeah, that's one of the little emojis that you get for being like a member for so many months. Yeah, I get that. I think yeah, there's definitely room where Liverpool could win that game. It's not out of the realms of possibility, is it, that Liverpool win that game and then that's it, easy. Love from Morocco. Very nice. Very nice, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Of course, do keep your likes, subscriptions coming in. We are trying to hit 2,500 subscribers by the end of the season. It is only possible with your guys' amazing support, so make sure you smash in that subscribe button. Then I'm losing Wood to Cunha next week. I love Cunha. Oh my bro. But then in 29, you don't get Wood against Ipswich. That's a huge call. That is a huge call. But I guess that's sometimes these ballsy moves you've got to make a little bit at the top, haven't you? Slaughter's been a terrible ass man. Yeah, I'll agree. I'll agree on that one. Chasing the table bonus would be more fun. The coin spoke. The coin did Glasner. I mean, you could probably get away with it this week. That 5 seems fine. You just play Robinson, Gabriel, Mikolenko or Aina. Just like that. I think that's probably what I would play with those ones. I don't think you need to do anything like crazy. So yeah. Don't think you need to do it crazy, mate. Might be Isak to Cunha as well. Not yet deciding. I'm holding for the short for now. I'm not free hitting. Yeah, I don't think free hit's the play, is it, in 29? Free hit in 29 is not the play. -4 for slot for McKenna if I'm chasing rank. Definitely so chase that table bonus. Start Sells or Flecken. I would probably go for Sells. Brentford away are abysmal. Van Nistelrooy could be another one. Genuinely could. Yeah. I do think Isak is holding me back a little bit. The next few fixtures aren't amazing. Obviously the blank as well. Like, not a great fixture midweek, is it? Then West Ham's a good fixture, but then a blank, not ideal. But then obviously they've got the double in 32, which I've got a lot of value built into Isak. I think there's about 0.6 million built in. Yeah, I have 6 blankers. The way we're going to do it is build as many transfers as possible over the next few weeks. That is why we're potentially thinking about a -4 this week. So we would have a team of Pickford, Hoyson, and Buemo, Visser, Wood, Palmer, Aina. Then we'd have, obviously, Cliver. So we'd need 3 more, and we'd have those 3 transfers built up into 29. And I probably would go like Trent to Gavardiol, Munoz to a cheap defender, and then like a Rodgers to, I don't know who would probably maybe look at for 2 weeks. Yeah, well, the double game week 33 hasn't been confirmed yet. It could actually move and could go into the 36 ones. It's not been confirmed yet. Yeah, I get that. If you want a manager playing tonight, Van Nistelrooy could be a decent shout, but if you want to go for a 3 PM one, probably Glasner's going to be the one, isn't he? I think it's probably a little bit too early to wildcard in 30. I know we can see some of the fixtures, but Let's just wait and see. We probably want to be triple Newcastle, I reckon. Isaac, Hall, probably Anthony Gordon. I probably am going to have all three. Hey, Alex, you can still pull it back. There's still time to win it, bro. Still time to go and win it. By the way, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you're hitting that like button. Subscribing to the channel as well. Obviously, like I said, there is a big week coming up on the second channel. It is the pin. Hang on, let me put it in the chat. Let me get it up again. It is the pin comment though, if you want to go and check the second channel out for yourself. But yeah, I'd appreciate anybody that does have a little bit of time. Just heading over to the second channel, hitting subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously, we've been making some really good content over on there. We're trying to get to 2K subs as soon as possible. So if you do want to head over to that channel, drop me a subscribe if you haven't already. It would be massively appreciated. I mean, if you're not happy with your rank, then yeah, I get the chasing. I do get the chasing. Slot to McKenna and Rogers to Nawari for a -4, trying to chase my mini leader. Could be risky. Could be risky, but I think I probably would do it. I probably would do it. Keep those likes coming in as well, guys. Massively appreciate everybody in today's stream. Absolute legends as always. By the show, my Chardonnay. Boom. Slot to Glasner or sell Rogers to Dango. I mean, you could do both for a -4. Gives you another player in the blank game week as well. Does give you another player in the blank game week. Two double game weeks between 31 and 33, right? Not necessarily. Like I said, not necessarily. We've got the double game week 32 one confirmed. However, the double game week 33 one hasn't been confirmed yet. It still might not get confirmed. It could go all into 36. Gakpo to Cunha this week. Honestly, I think that's a good move. I really do. I really do. I don't think I'd look at probably any Brighton strikers either. I would rather have a Cunha. Start Wood or Semenyo. I probably would start Wood. Penalties, big appeal for me having a penalty taker. It's just the right way to attack the game for me. Would you start Kepa or Pickford? I would start probably Kepa. Better clean sheet odds. Let me have a look at the bookmakers, what they're saying for this week. Bookmakers have got Everton at 31. Kepa is at 32. Only a 1% difference, but yeah, I probably would go for that then. Probably would do that. Asman 36 to 38, 31 to 33. I mean, you could save it for the end of the season. Again, we might get some potential more double game weeks around that period, but I think if you've got the Asman left, you leave yourself open for now until we find out what the double game weeks are. Then you can kind of obviously plan your chips a little bit better. I think they're a lot better, and Marmoush looks really good when Haaland's fit and available. Yeah. In terms of the clean sheet numbers this week, it's not looking great across the board, is it? Looks like there could be quite a few goals heading in elsewhere around the Premier League and stuff like that. Arsenal, of course, looking decent if you are planning on going for Arteta as well. Ooh, I've had a question about Bowen before. I've got a real big soft spot for Jared. And I really like Jared Bowen. I do think he is one of my favourite players in FPL, but I've not been convinced yet this season from him or Potter. Who've they got? What are their fixtures like? What are their fixtures like? Because maybe this is where I'm going wrong. I'm overlooking Bowen as an option. Arsenal this week is not good. But Leicester, Newcastle, Everton is not bad. That is not a bad run. Leicester midweek as well could be a real taster. I think he's got a pretty decent record against Leicester. Newcastle, Everton, Wolves. Oh, it's a good run. That is a good run. Back-to-back home fixtures as well. It's just his data this season's been pretty poor. 0.48 is not exciting, is it? Not exciting in the slightest. But I do like Bowen. Do like Jared. Maybe want to consider. But I don't know for me. Not at the moment. He's not screaming to me. Yeah. Could be. Who do you prefer as captain, Mbuemo or Clivert? Oh my days. Probably Clivert. Yeah, I did. I said I'd probably sell him for either Cunha or Visser. Otherwise, I probably would just keep him, Jessica. Hurt my back at the gym and these painkillers would send an elephant to the moon. They're that good. What you on, Jessica? Let us know. Hey, bench 2, Robinson, Hall, Mikalenko. Probably going to be... I probably would play Robinson. Who are you changing AM to? I'm thinking either Glasner or McKenna are probably going to be my AM switches. Glasner or McKenna, I think are probably going to be the two. I think if I've got Emery there, Finley, I don't think I'm going to swap Emery. I probably would just leave it. As a fellow Gakpo owner, we need it. Hey, come on. Oh, they sound good. They sound really good. Answer me this. Bench Palmer to play Dango alongside Clivert. Don't think I'd do it. No, not for me personally. Let's have a play around. I need to have a little bit of a play around. FPL.team. Let's open that up in a new window. Give me a second while it loads in. Should load in now. Hey, there we go. Right, so let's have a little bit of a play around then. Because I know you guys like it when I have a little bit of a play around. So the problem is we need to get as many players in for 29. Now what we could do is we could do the Glasner. Move Glasner in. Ahmad to Clivert. Like that. I don't mind that. We'd bench him there for a -4. Then we get 1.2 million back. Now we could play Rodgers. We could. Or we could take him out. We'd have what? 6.5 million? Who's not bad for 6.5 million? Midfielders. 6.7. Who've we got? Oh. Probably not. We probably would. I don't know who we'd be looking at here in this weird kind of area. To be honest, there's no one kind of screaming out at me for that run. Who we could go and get. Nobody that I'd be like desperate to get. So I think we probably would just like leave it as is. Probably maybe play Rodgers potentially. I don't know, or we just leave it like that. Then we go into 28. I think we probably play Rodgers that week. Then we finally go into 29. And this is, of course, where the problems do start to build up. So we want to keep these two. I think I said I'd do Gavardiol. Nice. And then we do Munoz out for... Who's got okay fixtures around that point? 29 and 30. Who's got decent set of fixtures? Decent 2. I mean, somebody like an 8 Nuri could come back in. Yeah, 8 Nuri could be a decent one. So somebody like this. 8 Nuri. And then we'd have one more transfer to build the starting 11 for the blank game week. And we'd have 7.9 million. Who's got a decent 2 there? West Ham, Everton and Wolves. It's not a bad set. I mean, we could get another Bournemouth midfielder with Brentford and Ipswich. So at that point, we could see who's still playing. So we could go like that. Atora Dango. I don't hate that. I don't hate that, you know. And then if we can not wildcard in 30 because the team looks absolutely incredible. Because that's how the team would look. He would start ahead of him. Got to get Isak in here somehow. And then, yeah, I think that team looks pretty decent. So I think that's probably going to be the transfer plans. So we can either get Dango this week or we can get him in game week, whatever. And then we can wildcard in 31. All right, I like it. I like it. I definitely think the -4 is looking likely on the cards then this week. And I think having the assistant manager should hopefully cover us off a little bit. Yeah, that whole price point does look really terrible. Maddison could also be a decent shout, yeah. Garnacho potentially, yeah. Maybe another one to potentially consider. Dango probably. Aina instead of Hall. The reason I want to keep Hall is obviously the double in 32. I think a lot of people. Evan Nielsen is back soon, so yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it would keep the door open, but I think at least Clivett will still probably play games. Do you really want double Bournemouth mids? For those 2 weeks, yeah. Because we're wildcarding in 31. So, it's not an issue. It's not actually that big an issue because we'd have them for 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, they would face Brentford and Ipswich, which I don't mind. I don't mind that. Or, of course, we could go for a City midfielder. It's a shame Marmouche is not a midfielder. Oh, yeah, could be Bowen. Could be Bowen. Is this the best week to go against Salah? I mean, it's not a bad week, is it? But I don't think City are like this world beater side. For me, personally. Yeah, I don't think Enzo's doing too much, so I probably would get rid of him. We are approaching 100 likes, by the way, guys, on today's stream. So if you are enjoying it, make sure you are hitting that like button. It does mean the absolute world to me. And yeah, gets us closer to our goals. Of course, anytime we hit 100 likes, we do something pretty cool to celebrate that. So let me know any comments you've got potentially regarding that as well. Foden and Marmouche. Yeah, we spoke about those two already. I mean, Haaland could very easily re-enter the scene over the next few weeks. I definitely think that's a possibility. Yeah, I think with Haaland getting the knock, I think they look good as a 2, but with Marmoush and Haaland up top, but I don't think. Yeah, I probably won't go near it now. Not for me anyway. I think we are gonna go Glasner and Cliver. I think we are gonna go Glasner and Cliver. It is a -4. We're chasing table bonus. We bench Rodgers. We build our transfers heading into the next few weeks. I think that's the play. Can I explain my future transfer plans again? Yeah, I can explain them again. Give me a second. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go Glasner and Cliver in for a -4 this week. Then we're going to roll till 29. And the plan is probably going to be Gavardio, 8 Nuri in. And then we've got 7.9 million to play with for midfielders. So we can pretty much probably get anyone with 2 decent fixtures back to back. Bowen might not even be a bad shout. Everton and Wolves, it's not terrible. Somebody like Trossard if they're still playing up front. Chelsea and Fulham. We've got options. We do have options there. Who's Matoma got that week? City and Villa? No, probably not. But there's options. There's options. Or at least we know there's options. And that's probably how we would line up for that week. So yeah, that's I think what we're going to do, mate. I think that's what we're going to do. -4 this week. I know it's not ideal, but hopefully Glasner can pull off a result. Get us back in the race a little bit. Gakpo out for Marmoush. Hopefully it works out. Fair enough. Matoma or Minter could be interesting. Yeah, they could. They could be alright options. They might not be bad options. This is what I'm saying. We've just got to keep that, I think, that other midfield spot open until we get to 29. There could be somebody that just pops on the scene and we're like, yep, I want him in my team. Get him in my team ASAP. Doodly-doodly-doo. We're going to do team ratings at 3:30, by the way. So make sure you are liking today's stream and getting your team sent over to me on Twitter. Make sure as well you are heading over to the second channel. It is the pinned comment in the chat. Head over to the second channel. There's a big weekend of football coming up over on there. Make sure you are subscribing to that channel. Make sure you're subscribing to the FPL channel as well. Plenty more content coming your way. I will be live as well for the deadline on Tuesday. Probably about a similar time that I'm live right now as well. But yeah, I think we're going to go for the -4. Now, I'm still unsure on Glasner. Almost crap for 10 weeks, yeah. I think City will beat Liverpool this week. Fair enough. I've gone for Minter this week. I think it's a decent fixture this week, but I think the fixtures post that are a little bit more difficult. Yeah, I think someone might emerge in 29 that we look for. So I think, keep the door open, keep the options open. That's going to be my advice on that one. Just wait. Let's wait and see what happens in 29. I mean, we could get to 29 again and maybe take another minus as well. I could take somebody out like Visser and obviously just gamble on Cunha for a -4 if we get to that point as well. But yeah. In terms of the assistant manager points for this week then, obviously this is from Rob T FPL and this is on the SpreadX betting. Arteta obviously the favourite, strong percentage chance of wins, best projected goals, best clean sheet numbers. Glasner not bad, 26% for a win, 28% for a draw. It's decent numbers. It is decent numbers. Savinho could be a fun pick. Yep. I think that will probably be the period where we do go for maybe like a more fun pick. Yeah, I think I'm pretty set with my mind here. I think I'm pretty set. I do think we are going to go Glasner and we're going to go Kluivert. Kluivert for Ahmed, drop Rodgers. What do you guys think? All for a -4. Kluivert for Ahmed, slot for Glasner, drop Rodgers to the bench. Let me know if you think that's worth it. I think it is. In the long term, anyway. I probably would bench either... Or I probably would bench Rodgers or Cunha in that one, mate. Potter is the play. Oh my god, no. Do not... I'm not going anywhere near Potter. Not for me, anyway. Potter is not the play, unfortunately. Start Robinson or Hall. I probably would go Robinson on that one. Abby says those transfers sound good. Yeah, I think so. I think it makes sense going forward as well with the team. The plans that we've got for 29 as well. I do think it just makes sense. Have a little bit of fun on the final week as well with the assistant managership. Why not? Eh? Why not? He got Potter? No way did he get Potter. I'm not having he got Potter. I don't believe that. I don't think he got Potter. Nah, he didn't get Potter, did he? Leaning towards boring, slot to Arteta. Boo. That's not the play. Come on, mate. That's not the play, is it? You know you want to be a bit dicey. You want to be a bit risky, Alex. Come on. Oh my god, he has. Potter. Nah, I'm not having this. This has got to be a fake team. It's got to be a fake team. He's going Potter. That is wild. Genuinely wild that he's going for Potter. You know what? If it works for him, fair play. If it works for him, fair play. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night together. John Felipe Mateta. Captain in Buemo. No, I'm going to just stick with Salah. He's still going to be the most popular captain this week. It's just an easy one. I prefer Dango over Matoma for me personally, mate. Yeah, I do get it. I do get it. If they were at home, I think it would be a lot more interesting pick. Alright, coin. We're asking the coin because the coin is here. We're going to go... Do we go Glasner and Kluivert? Do we go Glasner and Kluivert? Yes or no? Tails is yes. Heads is no. Okay? Did I say head was yes? I think I said heads was yes. I think everything's telling me to do it. We're going to back it. Someone tell me if heads was yes. I can't remember watching back. I think it was. And Died Acuna for a -4. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I really, really don't. Especially if you're throwing in a slot to GLASNER as well. All that for a -4 seems pretty fair to me. All that seems pretty decent. I think heads was no. 100% tails was yes. Oh no, was it actually? Was it actually? Heads is no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my god, I'm genuinely confused today which way we go with it. Oh no. Stock Cunha, Isak or Wood. I would probably go Isak and Wood out of those two. Are we thinking... Yeah, this is the thing. Are we thinking that City will beat Liverpool? Because I don't think they will. I don't think City will beat Liverpool. I think it will be a draw. What I haven't checked is, can I just do this? How much have we got in here? 0.2. I don't think we're going to have enough, are we? No, we're not going to have enough. Bollocks. Bollocks. Tails was yes, okay. I mean, I can go against the coin. Heads was no. Oh, heads was no. But at the same time, I was like, okay, I'm relieved because I was going to make that decision anyway. I probably would keep Alanga. Purely because that 29 fixture as well is really decent for them. Wow, this is... Yeah, this is it, I guess. I did it twice. The thing is, though, the coin said GLASNER was the better pick over... Coin is the truth. Sometimes, though, the coin is not the truth. Sometimes the coin is a bell. And sometimes we have to go against the coin. And today might be one of those days where we go against the coin, ladies and gentlemen. It could be one of those days. I would prefer Dango over Nawari for me personally. Oh my god, it's going to stress me out, this decision. The holy coin is raffle. It could destroy me. It could. I think it just makes sense, the move. Like, it makes logical sense. It sets us up in a good position. We cover off one of the biggest hitters that could affect our rank. The coin works in mysterious ways and is ultimately right, even if it's wrong at that moment. No, we can't go fully against the coin and go McKenna. We can't go like wild against the coin. One decision against the coin is enough. Two is mental. But like I got extremely lucky yesterday, right? The look that I got yesterday and the feeling I got yesterday was just insane. Like, I've been waiting all week for the tickets for the Brussels derby on Sunday. Waiting like literally all week from someone from work to sort me these tickets out, right? And like we've been chasing and chasing, like, come on, where are these tickets? Where are these tickets? And then like I just had a feeling yesterday when I woke up, I was like, today's gonna be the day we're gonna get the tickets, okay? Bit of Florence and the Machine on, feeling the love. I was walking around the shopping centre, like that's across the road from where I work. Again, boom, it was on. And I was just like, it's a sign. We're getting the tickets today. And we got the tickets and it was great. Because that means the video on Sunday, well, the video over this weekend now is going to be incredible. And I can't wait to film it. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you know when there was that feeling yesterday. And then I've been thinking about GLASNER and I've seen all the posts. And I've not been like hyped in my stomach. Like, I've not like felt the hype in my stomach. But at the same time, the GLASNER move makes sense because it allows me to go and get Kluivert. Maybe the coin wants some Friday fun and go with Rude. I'm not going to do that because we've got Mbuemo and Visser. Yeah, I don't think that one. I don't think we're going to do that one. God, this is tough. There's some big dilemmas this week. Yeah, I think Fulham walking over them as well was just like, brutal, wasn't it? And maybe we do just play it safe and just go Arteta, but at the same time, I think, you know, they've been struggling with goals and stuff like that. I'm unsure. I'm unsure, stream. I'm unsure what we do. Start Langer or Cunha? I would start Cunha for me personally. I think just with like the penalty appeal and like his BPS and just the player that he is. Yeah, I'd probably go Cunha on that one. Keep Slot and save the -4. The problem is if I don't get Slot is I can't get Kluivert. I can't get Kluivert, and that's the problem. So yeah, not having Kluivert could be bad. I mean, we could get Dango. We could just get Dango for Ahmad. Dango for Ahmad, bench Rodgers, leave Slot. I probably then, mate, would play... I genuinely think I'd either play Palmer or Wood. But Mateta's in banging form. That is tough. There's surely got to be someone better you can bench there, Have Gakpo and die Ahmad thinking... Oh my days, that's awful. Yeah, like we could just do Dango to Ahmad, leave Slot. We could do Dango to Ahmad, leave Slot. What's Dango's minutes been like? Yeah, I do think you make a really good point there, Andy. If I took the -4, we lose the -4. A slot draw and a Palace draw for a -4 are the same. Minutes are better than Kluivert's as well. I just think it's that Evan Nielsen thing, Alex, isn't it? That's a little bit off-putting. How soon is Evan Nielsen going to be back? And how soon does he lose that appeal of being the number 9? I probably would say then I would either drop one of Kluivert or Dango there, mate, to get either. I'd probably go Isak and probably Wood. Yeah, maybe Palmer on the bench. Man, it is tough. That is tough. I'd start Rodgers over Szoboszlai. Or Szoboszlai, however you want to pronounce it. Cunha's my favourite replacement. This is probably in number 2. God, this is a tough decision. Yeah, they have been playing really, really well. What was his quote, actually? What was his quote that he said around it? I do realise we are doing team reviews at past as well. What's the guy's name? Raptor tweeted it. Evan Nielsen is not that far away from a return. I think he's doing well. Irioli says on his injury, he says it's helped that it's not muscular after surgery. It's just like he's not far away. And I think someone here makes a great point. Far away from what? The squad? The training? Which one is it? Maybe my mistake buying Dango, but I think we'll probably get the next 2-3 game weeks, and you never know what will happen in that time. So yeah, that's leaning me more towards Kluivert. I got a -4 doing Arnie slot. Arteta to slot. I fully regret it now. I think I'd rather chase the table bonus if I'm going to take a -4. We're thinking about moving on slot. If you're concerned about minutes, just go Semenyo. The thing with Semenyo is he's probably my least favourite out the bunch. I do feel like Dango is probably going to be a more short-term pick. What's Semenyo's minutes looking like? I mean, the guy just sees ridiculous minutes, doesn't he? But he's never put in a mega score compared to Kluivert, who has. I look at some of these mega scores he's put in. Like, he is just capable of that. Yeah, I think in terms of captaincy this week, it's an easy decision. I don't think stress about it. I think go Salah. Most people are still going Salah. We did a poll earlier in the stream and most people have still gone Salah. Yeah, Semedo's just not that guy. He's not the big hit player, is he? He really, really isn't. And I love penalty takers. Start Robinson or Mikalenko? I would probably go Robinson. I think there's slightly better clean sheet odds. It is penalties. It is penalties. Going for Visser, need to chase. Fair. I don't think you necessarily do. I think having Visser will probably be good enough on his own. Team ratings, yeah, we'll get some team ratings done. And then yeah, we'll get some team ratings done. And we'll have a little bit more of a think about things as we're doing, of course, these team ratings. Like I said, if you want to get your team rated by me, head over to my Twitter. At FPLTom_. Leave it under one of my most recent tweets. Coin said no. Palmer on the bench, I remember that one. Oh, Trent on the bench as well could be painful. I think I probably prefer to play Trent over Aina for me personally, mate. But if you're going with it. Looking good. Yep, like that team. Decent team for this week. He's gone with Arteta as the ass man. Nice. Here's my team. Thinking of doing slot to Glasner this week. Tempted by McKenna though. And in 26 I have 1.5 million in the bank. I'm thinking of doing Indice Cunha. Nice. I like both those moves. One free transfer. 2.1 million in the bank. I have 3 moves in mind. Can you pick one? I would probably be tempted with either 1 or 2. I hate my team. Nice. It is a bit of a mess, isn't it, Jessica? It's not that bad, though. I mean, it's alright. I definitely think you're probably going to go Gakpo to Cunha. Probably one of them. And maybe leave Slot or maybe a -4 to get Slot out. Lack of Bournemouth is a little bit frightening. Hi, Tom. Using one of my 2 free transfers. Otara for Ahmed. When is the best time to use assistant manager? 31 to 33 or 36 to 38 are probably going to be your next 2 weeks. Jamie, one of our channel moderators, says back up into the 20k. Did Diaz to Dango and keep in Emery. Really tempted with Glasner though, as I see them turning over Fulham, but not sure if it's enough. I would probably keep Emery. I probably would keep Emery on that one, mate. Hi, Tom. This week I did a minus... Oh. Hi, Tom. Did a -4 this week. The changes being Gakpo to Cunha and Emery to Glasner. After this, I have 1.8 million in the bank, and my overall rank is 111,000. Thanks. Nice. It looks good, though. Looks good as a team. Massive benching dilemma. Let's have a look at this bench, then. I don't think it's that big. I probably would play Van Heck, though. Maybe ahead of, like, Robinson. Everybody else, though, I think is probably fair game. I think you've got the rest of them right, but... yeah, if you want to play Van Heck, you want to play Van Heck. Other than that, probably leave it. Make sure you are liking today's stream, guys. We are approaching 100 likes, and we usually do something pretty interesting for 100 likes. If you can think of something for me to do, we'll do it. Robinson or Kirkez? I think Bournemouth's clean sheet odds are better, so I probably would go Kirkez. I don't think I'd go near Isak captain. I do really like the table. I think playing for the table bonus is going to be the way to go. I do think it is going to be the way to go. Ahmad and Rodgers for who? You're probably looking at Bournemouth midfielders. If I get 100 likes, I should do the 100. I mean, yeah. Alright. If we get 100 likes, we'll probably do the -4 move. It's just a case of who do we go for, I guess. No worries, Gary. Anytime, mate. Yeah, 115 last night. I mean last week, sorry. That's good. I reckon Robinson probably could get more points than Van Heck, though. That is the problem. Ooh, McKenna did beat... Like, this is the thing. McKenna did beat Spurs earlier this season. What's to stop it from happening again? Not a lot. Not a lot. Let's put it that way. Not a lot. Should I bench Ahmad for Semenyo? I mean, Ahmad's injured, so yeah. Easy. Easy one. Easy benching decision, that one. Oh, Huddersfield and Notts County, mate. Ben, they're gonna win it. They're gonna win all the way. But I feel more confident in probably the Notts County win, I reckon. And I'm doing decent. Hope you're doing good as well, my friend. Dango for cap differential. I don't think I probably would go for the Dango cap. I think the easy way this week is just stick with Salah. He's still going to be plus 100% effective ownership, in my opinion. Most people will just leave Salah as captain. And yeah, I think you're probably going to get enough out of other people to boost your ranks. Yeah, we're doing team ratings. Of course, if you want to send them over on Twitter, we'll get them done. Rodgers or Beto? Ooh, I think I'd be tempted with Beto, you know. Aina or Gahey to play this week? I think with Palace being away, I probably would... Ooh, I'd be still tempted to go Gahey. He's picking up a lot of assists from set pieces at the moment. Yeah, I don't mind those. I don't mind those moves, Captain. I think they're pretty decent. I do think they're pretty decent moves. Yeah, if you want to send me a team over on Twitter, if you leave it under one of my most recent tweets, I'll get round to it. Make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, we are trying to hit 12,500 subs by the end of the season. It's only possible with your guys' amazing support as well. And as well, make sure you're heading over to the second channel. We've got some big stuff planned this weekend that I'm really, really excited to go out and film in Belgium. If you like your football away day kind of content, head over to that channel as well. We're doing some big stuff this season. Make sure to go and subscribe. Help me hit 2K over there as well. Would be great. Fair. I mean, if you're that far back, yeah, you might as well have a little bit of fun with it. Yeah, City have been terrible as well. I think that Madrid result as well will really knock their confidence. Big time. Thought that last week though, and then they went and absolutely demolished YouTube. Oh, my date was good. We just had like well, we were meant to do like a painting thing for Valentine's Day, like a little painting thing, but we got distracted. So we've still got the painting thing to do. We might do it tonight or we might do it next week. But yeah, there you go. Good luck, Alex. Hope you have a great weekend, mate. Best of luck this game week. Take a -4 for Gakpo, Rodgers and Buemo. Ooh, yeah, I probably would do that. When we're going to see you on Sky Sports, bro, we've got to get a lot of subscribers before we end up on Sky Sports. I think I would probably play Mikalenko. Decent clean sheet odds this week for Thingy. And earlier in the bookmakers, I saw that Everton were actually the favourites for the game, not Manchester United. Who should I cap? Isak or Salah or Embuemo? I think it's like I said, pretty easy decision. Salah for me is the easy captain. Yeah, Salah easy cap. Stop the cap. Bro, I've answered you. Chill your beans. Hi, mate. Who'd start between Isak, Beto, and Wood? Probably going to be Isak or Wood. Please pick 3 players from this. Trent, Kirkes, Robinson. Done. Fair, fair. I mean, we're not like 4 off 15k, are we? But I don't know. Maybe my face isn't presentable enough for Sky. Maybe not. I don't know. Can you bench Palmer? I don't think I would probably bench Palmer. I've done slot to McKenna for a -4. No thoughts. He's the best player. He is the best player. Groovy decorations in the background. Yeah, I like him. I do like him. I am tempted maybe to get a green screen next year, but I don't know. Fulham are in good form, but so are Palace's away form's pretty decent as well. But yeah, I'm tempted to get a green screen for next season. I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the chat. No, Emery can't get table bonus. But I still think he's going to be a decent pickup. I would probably bench Munoz and probably Castagna out of that list that you've just sent over there, mate. Am I going Glasner, Assman? I think we are. I think we're going to go Glasner and I think we're going to go Kluivert. I think that's probably the way that we're going to go. I'm Captain Jacob Greaves. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Yeah, I do think we're going to go Glasner, and I do think we are going to go for Kluivert. I think that's going to be the play that we're going to go for. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. I'm fed up of debating it. I just want to get it done. Let's not overthink this decision. Let's just knock the nail on the head. Managers. Where's managers? Glasner, baby. And then what was the other move we were doing? Ahmad out. And we were getting Kluivert. Oh, I need to take it off managers, don't I? Right. Done. -4. We've taken it. Let's get Kluivert in here. Save my team. Bish bash bosh. That's what we're going to roll with for this week. We've done it. We've taken the -4. We've brought in Glasner. We've taken out Ahmad. And we've got in Kluivert. I just feel like that's set the team up for the next few weeks really well. We're chasing table bonus. If he can get a win, that is huge. Absolutely massive over the next few weeks. But yeah, we've gone for it. My dad is going to be watching this stream. He never ever imagined the day Kluivert would get in this team. I remember when he joined the Prem, my dad had him in his team and I took the piss out of him. And now roles have reversed and here we are. Here we are with Kluivert sat in our team. Jesus Christ. Yeah. What a time to be alive, eh? What a time to be alive. Defo going to message me in a second, isn't he? He's going to be like, oh, you brought in Kluivert, have you, son? Oh, I told you. I told you all them years ago. What a great player. But yeah, we've made the move. We've made the move. Please do not spam, bro. I answered your question. Don't spam or you'll get kicked out of the chat. Do, 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 do. By the way, we're only 2 likes away from 100 likes. And usually we do something pretty wild for 100 likes. We'll do something good today. We'll do something good today. Bench 1 out of Rodgers, Visser, Cunha and Luis Diaz. Probably between Diaz and Rodgers on that one, my friend. Probably going to, yeah, like I said, between Rodgers and Diaz. Oh, dear, dear, dear. My dad did text me. He was watching. He just put, I did tell you. You did, Dad. You did. So fair play. Fair play. I'm just trying to send him the... hang on. Where's the video for it? Where's the video? There it is. Enjoy that one, Dad. We have it over 100 likes, so thank you very, very much for, again, another stream, over 100 likes. The numbers in here have been very, very consistent in today's one as well. So, yeah, I'm just grateful. Like I said, it's a great way to, obviously yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of me starting this channel. So, yeah, a good stream to follow that up with. You can't complain at that, can you? You really can't. Ceiling for the win. Yeah, we've gone for it. We've gone for it. Do 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 do. Play one of Hall or Canate. Probably would go Hall on that one, you know. Probably would go Hall on that one. We'll probably be live till around about 4:30. Then we'll let all the big boys take over as they usually do. And then, yeah, obviously the deadline's at 6:30. But yeah, there's no point us obviously staying live once all the big boys go live. It's kind of just the way it goes, isn't it, really? Dango or Cliver, I think my transfers speak for themselves. Cliver, I don't think he's a captaincy shout, though, for this week. Not for me, in my personal opinion. Come on, Andy. Join the club. Up the glass. Up the glass. Would you play Trent or João Pedro? I'd play Trent. My overall is 31k at the moment. Bench 2, Arnold, Robinson, Muniz, Hall. I would bench probably Hall and Muniz. Probably going to be the 2 I'd bench. Cheers, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, man. Oh, I probably would go Muniz for the attacking returns, but like Gahey's just been randomly popping up with assists week after week, hasn't he? He just has. He just has, hasn't he? Dude, oh, I'm hungry today. I'm starving. I could like honestly devour some food. I am gonna devour some food when I finish. When are we doing team reviews? We've done quite a lot already, but if you want to send them over, get them sent over to my Twitter. We'll get some more done. I'd move Gakpo on. For me personally, I would move him on. There's some interesting strikers starting to obviously appear. I don't mind Gakpo to Visser for this week. Cunha's also a decent shout as well, I think. Yeah, shout out to the chat for helping the stream hit over 100 likes. Massively appreciate you guys, as always. Legends. Hey Neil, how's it going, bro? Hope you're doing decent. Play Matoma. I mean, you've got to play Matoma this week. I won't bring him in though. Not for me. He's not a player I would personally look at. Not for me anyway. Not for me and my team. Gotta get out of my system. Gotta get out of my head. Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing really, really good. We've got big weekend planned on the second channel. We're off to Belgium tomorrow, and I cannot wait. Of course, we've got the well, it was the 3-year anniversary of the channel yesterday as well. So, all just good stuff's happening at the moment. Can't complain. Who would you bench, Isak, Wood, or Rodgers? I probably would bench Rodgers. I think the other two have just got penalties. Just an easy decision for me personally, mate. I think that's probably the way I'd go on it. Yeah, I think that's just the play to go, really, isn't it? Bro, I don't know where your question is. All I keep saying is, can you answer my question? Then don't put the question. Let's have a look on Twitter, see if it's kicking off. Looks like we might have had 1 or 2 more teams sent across. Don't know who to pick here. I mean, your team looks decent. Obviously, the assistant manager, I think you could probably get away with that team. So, assistant manager change, GLASNER, Arteta, potentially. Probably going to be your top 2. I could do Ahmad to Dango, but don't know who to replace Slot with. Don't fancy Palace against Fulham. Fair enough. Then you could either go for McKenna or you could go for Arteta. There's your other options. I probably would stick with Emery if I had him. Yeah, if I went Emery, I probably would have stuck with him. Robinson, Hall and Munoz start 2. Wood is one of my strikers. Then I probably would go Robinson. I probably would go Robinson and Munoz then, wouldn't I? Who's your second favourite FPL YouTuber? I mean, Golden Goal is an absolute goat. We're very, very good friends, me and Tom. So yeah, I have a lot of time for Golden. Obviously, we've kind of came up at the same point. So yeah, me and him are really good friends. We're always messaging each other about YouTube and just life in general. So, got a lot of time for Golden. Got a lot of time for Tom. Bench 1, Dango, Louise, Salah, Palmer. I would probably bench Diaz out of that lot. Yeah, I probably would. Big up, Andy. Love that from you, mate. Welcome to the club. The glass man. The glass ass man. There you go. Hope you like what I did there. I'm absolutely starving today. Honestly, couldn't yeah. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know if anybody's watched the video on the second channel. But the Berry video that we did last weekend, where I went and watched the highest scoring team in England, the amount of comments I've got from people about like just stupid stuff that is absolutely irrelevant has just blown my mind. I think that's the thing I've found, like the more and more like followers and the more and more subscribers I've got on this channel and whatever, just people comment, just dribble, absolute dribble. So yeah, more and more dribble, I guess. Let's have a look at my score predictions then, see what I'm thinking for this week in terms of it. As you can see, I've gone for a 2-1 win for Brentford tonight, a 1-0 win for Everton over Manchester United, a 2-0 win for Arsenal over West Ham, 3-1 win for Bournemouth over Wolves, a 1-1 between Palace and Fulham, a 2-1 win for Spurs over Ipswich, a 2-1 win for Southampton over Brighton, and a 2-1 win for Villa over Chelsea, 1-1 between Newcastle and Forest, and then 2-2 between Manchester City and Liverpool. So yeah, there we go. There are my score predictions. Let me know if you disagree. That is the internet, to be fair. I don't know, it's just like, it's just blown my mind, honestly. Thoughts on Welbeck FPL Challenge? Yeah, it could be decent. I haven't looked at Challenge in weeks, honestly. Yeah, City could win, but I think that result will have damaged them a little bit. I do think that result will have damaged them. Southampton AM really might be the play. Honestly, it would not surprise me to see Southampton win tomorrow. Luckily, I'm at a game. I am at a game. What's it called? I'm at a game at 3 o'clock English time tomorrow, but obviously in Belgium. So yeah, that should be fun. That should be fun. I'll just keep looking at my phone like, oh, I've got notifications, and people will be like, why is he cheering? Just like we've got like GLASNER or whatever popping up with goals and stuff like that. Mental. Absolutely mental. Yeah, it just baffles me. Like a lot of the time, it's just people like that. I don't think have the bollocks to make their own content half the time either. You know what I mean? Popped over my team on Twitter. Let's go and have a look. Thoughts on this team? 1 free transfer available. I think you could roll. I genuinely, realistically think you could just roll that team. I think I probably would just roll that team as well, mate. I think you'd be fine just rolling that. Right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm absolutely famished today. We've gone for 2 hours 15. I can see that a few big boys are starting to go live in the next kind of like 10 to 15 minutes as well. So I think we're just going to leave it there. Let's head over to Golden Goals stream. I'll probably just pop myself in there. Go and give Tom some support. Go and see if he's alright. Go and make sure, you know, that you tell him I sent you and all that stuff. And like I said, the big thing, please make sure you're going and checking out the second channel as well. Spam the link in for that one. Yeah, go and check the second channel out. We've got a big trip coming up this weekend. Like I said, we're off to Belgium. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And yeah, it's going to be great. So make sure you're going over there, hitting that subscribe button on that channel as well if you want already and want to see more of my wonderful face and me chatting about football and experiencing different cultures around Europe. It's all appreciated. It's all good stuff. So yeah, feel free to go and check that out. I'm going to go and grab some food. I will post my team on Twitter a little bit later on as well. Of course, if you've got any questions, like I said, head over to Golden Goal stream. He'll probably be live for about another half an hour. Then, of course, you've got all your big boys to go and choose from. Whichever one you do, of course, want to go and take a look at. But like I said, thank you very much from me, guys. Thank you for everybody that's been in today's stream. Absolute legends as always. And I will see you on Tuesday for the next deadline stream.